Hey, good morning, good evening.
Hey,
Starting
everyone.
off today with one of our companions. Judith, you've got two. I got four. Beak, you got two.
Good to.
I have two, yeah.
Who do you have, a Beak?
I've got Bosco here.
Is that Judith?
This is Hazy.
And this is Samson, who doesn't want to stand up anymore. He said, "I'm ready to go take a nap."
Yeah, she doesn't want either. But she's the smallest out of the three now. The other
All
puppy
right.
we have is Mongo, and she's even smaller. So
Good times.
go. She's gone. Not her
Good
voice,
times.
but she's gone.
And Beak should be back here momentarily. I'm going to actually open the door for him because he wants to go back out too.
Hey.
All right. Levy missed out on the proof of life. Everybody showed four-legged companion.
Yep.
So how's everyone doing?
Yep, doing great.
Tell us
I'm
about it,
good.
Abhi.
Well, I don't know. It's just a new kind of a chapter, I guess. Just prepping for something new in life. Started working on my website again. Wanting to build a few things. Man, Bosco's heavy. Touch wood.
A while to recognize.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, just a normal day feels good to wake up and sleep in time, and yeah, I guess I can only wish for something new coming up shortly.
Good deal. So this
It's
means
always a relief, right, at the beginning for a
Yeah.
couple of weeks, just like you said, it being able to sleep in and not having to wake up and things like that. But at the end of the day, you need to build a routine for yourself so you
Yeah.
stay on track, basically. And
Exactly.
then after a couple of weeks, you make yourself start looking for jobs as well.
Yep.
But it takes a bit of time.
Yep, agree.
It does, and you'll go through a lot of cycles of, do I want a full-time job? Do I want to do the gig jobs? First, I think I wanted the full-time job again because it gives the opportunity to be part of something from beginning to end. Is what I keep saying. I like to be part of something beginning to end. But the gig jobs were really good 2 years ago, and I enjoyed doing some of the gig jobs, and then kind of just tapered off a little bit, and they became kind of weird. A couple of NDAs, not allowed to discuss something about what I just spent 6 months doing. And this last one, we'll confirm you worked here, but we won't give any details. So, well, how am I supposed to sell my services to the next customer if I can't point to you? So it's very interesting. So I wish you the best as you explore.
Thank you, Roy.
You'll sit there and you'll wonder. I'm looking at waiting to get a new contract signed now, which looked really promising a week and a half ago, but it went from a hiring director to a hiring manager, and that transition from the director to the manager, it's kind of gone flat. So I don't know what to expect. So
yeah,
you'll enjoy some good stuff, and then you'll find yourself scratch your head going, I don't know what's going on. I don't understand.
Yeah. I just want to build a project, basically a hands-on project that has a lot of AI in it. That'll give me the experience to basically articulate an overall AI-related product, which could be reused, and the template could be reused, and just trying to do that for now, because obviously we've not been hands-on on things, being on people management and solution architect. You don't get time to actually do something yourself. When I was building the website, obviously it was a great opportunity. That went dead because my hosting plan died. I renewed it, and now it's back on, and just trying a few things. Hopefully, that kind of works with what I'm thinking right now. So yeah, positive.
Yeah, that's good. I would give the advice to kind of lean in on AWS, and that's not because I'm anti-Microsoft or anything, but AWS is building a pretty robust AI infrastructure. I think they're going to be a fairly dominant player, and I do like the tools. You can reusability if you find a client that's using Bedrock already. Great place to insert yourself. So good luck, and
Yeah.
reach out if you need anything.
Yep, and this is where I'd like to give a shout out to Perplexity. I did a
Yeah.
I did a comparison of I was trying to see which platform would be more cost effective if I want to build a virtual machine, associated database, and things I want to test on. So Oracle was the one which was the most cost effective. So I started to build my infrastructure on the OCI environment right now. Just the VM is up right now, but want to kind of explore that and see. It's literally, it's not costing anything for now. It's a free tier. AWS, I
Yeah.
think it's a little more expensive
Yeah.
than. But I'll see. I'll see how it turns up and what are the challenges and stuff. So yeah, I'll be able to compare.
See, now you got all kinds of time to go watch this year's reInvent. You can go play back every
Yeah,
session.
right. Exactly. And that's going to be so beneficial, right? Stuff that we
Yeah.
really need in terms of technology mindset,
Yeah, definitely.
which is required. I'm pretty sure.
Definitely. So, Jude, how much AI are you seeing introduced in what you do?
Not really.
Hmm.
Not really. At the end of the day, it's hands-on work, filling out the rooms and things like that. There is a bit that the how they do call it, the level 3 team, the innovation team, they are using it, but it's more internal than for our customers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at this point, but I know that it would be we could use it really well when it comes to monitoring, for example,
Yeah.
and how to prevent and predict things before, like you said it in the past as well, right? Before it becomes a user impacting issue, but we are just not there yet.
That's interesting. There are a handful of tools that I would point to for what you're doing. Happy to talk to you about them if you're interested. Talk to you offline. And there are things that exist that do a great job. But the challenge I found with a lot of customers or clients, and the correlation I'm making, Judith, it goes back to what I did with Rio Tinto for the video conferencing.
Yep.
Global video conferencing, a lot of stuff. But what I continue to find, and all three of us, I know we've all seen this, is people approach trying to introduce AI the same way they try to introduce automation. If you're automating
Yeah,
something that's broken, you're just executing it faster. It's still broken.
Yeah,
And
it's not
so,
going to give you the result that you're looking for,
no,
unfortunately. Yeah, we've been there. But again, with the customers as well, right? Like we said it previously, not everybody is into it because they
right.
just don't know it. They are just afraid of it, and they don't know what's going to happen at the end of the day. So we need to start building us in general, but we need to start building some examples, some MVPs where we can show them that, hey, this is safe to use. But again, we are not there just yet. You need a company that's really agile and is willing to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna maybe talk about my MVP shortly in the weeks to come.
Please make it happen.
Yeah,
And then we just need a salesperson to sell it.
I just realized I was just now since a couple of days I've been watching AI related tutorials and stuff, which I really want to do myself. So the difference that I kind of noticed from automation versus an agent, automation is kind of it's a solution to a problem, but it's static. You can't really interact with an automation workflow. With an agent, you basically can interact. It's got its own memory, and it's like a
And
live
it has
thing.
the
And
ability to
you
go find additional resources. It's
exactly
where it's a strength and a weakness, because sometimes it
yes,
doesn't align
right,
right. But
yep,
yeah, that's a great point. And so I don't like to refer to AI as the next iteration of automation, because what we did is automation was basically we took processes that were repeatable, mundane work usually, that you didn't want a human to do, and we automated it. Or things that we needed to have running on schedules. As you're familiar, there's a great partner we had that I won't say a name for, but had a great tool that was an orchestration tool. So there's a lot of that out there. It's
yeah,
Do you want to just keep building on the legacy components, or do you want to make it more human intelligent like? And I think that's a great aspiration to have. Trying to get there is a little bit of a bumpy road.
yeah, yeah. I
But
mean, if an agent can basically do stuff, and you can package a bunch of agents
yeah,
into a solution, into a product, it essentially tries to mimic a SaaS product. I don't have deep knowledge right now, so I could be wrong. But I'm just trying to read, discover, explore stuff, uh, which which can help maybe solve a problem. The problem that I'm facing with the technology stack that I have
yeah,
around.
yes,
That's what I'm trying to do.
yeah. Agentic AI has got a lot of upside to it. I think I read a comparison with Agentic AI versus UiPath, and
Yeah,
you guys remember UiPath? It was a good
RPA.
tool. It was a
Yes.
fantastic tool. Um,
Yep.
I guess got a weird pop-up message. Sorry, guys. And it's a great. They're complementary. I don't think UiPath is going to replace the modern or current AI implementations there are. I don't want to just say one, but agentic AI is pretty cool. Just how realistic is it? I'm not 100% sure. We talked about
Yeah.
offline some of the tests that Apple ran against some of these agents, and they can break it. They can show where it falls apart. And so there's a lot of work to be done. But it's a neat area of study. So good luck.
Thanks, Troy.
Absolutely. Good luck. And like I said, just let us know, and then we find a sales person for you to sell your product.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Just give us the commission out of it.
yeah,
Yeah,
sure thing.
cool. What else is on your plate for the newfound time?
Uh, mostly, mostly around the website and playing with an agent basically. But maybe what I want to try out is an AI assistant kind of a thing, uh,
Yeah,
which is focused towards. We discussed this earlier offline, I think. Focused towards maybe teens, students who are wanting to choose a specific career. Now, there's a ton of information, obviously, but out there on the internet. But if people can move into the website that I built, that website already has a lot of blogs, reviews, and stuff. So the AI assistant basically ingests all of that data and then maybe tries to interact with a user in terms of certain questions around career, interests around
hmm
technology, and then maybe builds a kind of a persona and says that, okay, these are the top three things that you should focus on. And then when that happens, maybe well, that's again future state. Maybe we can connect a professional in the industry who works in those top three fields and says that, hey, you've got access to this person who works at an IBM or an Accenture or wherever, and you basically interact with that person and get to know firsthand that how it is to be working as an AI engineer or a data scientist or
Hmm.
whatever. That's
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. And I'm not going to name any tools because I don't know if we should name any tools. But I've seen a couple of tools that students are using to help them study, not to help them do their work, but to help them study. Or even if they write an essay, they're pre-scoring essays through tools to help them see where they're hitting their marks and where they're missing. And it's a great opportunity for you as an individual to self-reflect. Like, I'll write up a bunch of stuff and then I'll reread it and it makes sense to me, and I'll ask somebody else to read it and they're like, I don't even know what you're trying to say. The kind of a thing. So all these tools have a great place. And it sounds
yeah,
like you're on there. I mean, you got a great opportunity to try to leverage that. So that sounds
yeah,
really neat.
yeah. The challenge these days is that you've got so many options in the AI ecosystem, right?
You do.
You got this vendor, you got that vendor, and within that
Yeah.
vendor, there's the bundled. I was just exploring Google, so they've got Gemini, Vertex AI, and this and that, and you kind of get lost if you're not focused and you don't kind of write stuff down that this is what I'm looking for. What's the best
Mhm.
tool to do that? You got 100 tools to do that.
Exactly. Right.
So that's the challenge, basically, just to narrow down your search and say that first task, I've got this tool. Second task, I've got this tool. And I
Mhm.
forgot about the rest.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. And with you saying that, I'm trying to think, how did I pick the tools that are on my phone? Right. Take the chatbots, agents, whatever they've become today, because the chatbots are so much better than just a bot today.
Yeah.
That is really loud.
And an interesting
Sorry.
ringtone.
But how did I pick what I have on my phone? So I'll just, the three things I use every day: Perplexity as an assistant, but I also use Hux as an assistant. Huxe. I assume it's Hux. I don't. Maybe it's got a different pronunciation.
Not
And
heard of that.
Notebook LM.
Hugs.
Those three things. And of the three, the one I listen to the most is the Hux, because it does have the ability to pull in information I've picked or chosen, or even linking it to my emails, gives me a daily summary. What's in your inbox, what's on your calendar, that kind of stuff. And that I find fantastic and useful. How did I pick that tool? I'm not 100% sure. I went through and tried
Mhm.
a bunch that were out there. If you do a search and you find a list of tools, and I just did pick and choose, but I'm not 100% sure how I picked what I have. So it
So
sounds like you're kind of leading people to help them better
yeah,
refine what they're picking.
yeah, that's a challenge, right? I think these tools are also kind of deployed in certain regions and marketed in certain regions because
Yeah.
obviously there's a demand for those kind of solutions in those regions and markets. That could be a reason. I mean, I've never heard of this tool, but yeah, there's so much metadata, and then you've got analytics. Our
Yeah.
phones share everything, and yeah, that could be.
No, it's. I'm like looking at my phone, going, "I'll show you. I'll show you." And it's really cool, but I won't. It's how do you get to those decisions when you make them? Sometimes, I mean, I feel like I just fall into them, but really, at the end of the day, it's what am I comfortable with? So I try a few, and I get rid of what it doesn't feel good, right? And am I making sound decisions going off of how I feel about, especially if it's just a UI that's a better UI over the other, but the other one does a better job of work. I'm not
Yeah,
making that level of assessment. I'm just saying, yeah, I like this one the best.
yeah. I think it's also like I mentioned earlier. My requirements. If I can list my requirements and say that, okay, I want the most cost effective tool to do blah blah blah. The second would be that the UI of that tool should be minimal. Third would
Yeah.
be whatever. Then it's going to narrow down and maybe give me a bunch of stuff, maybe around my geography. Maybe the results could vary from US to India to Europe, wherever, and that's how I think it is. But yeah, not really completely sure.
Well, when you build any UI, especially if you want to make it as an app and not a web UI, you will need to start thinking about the regionalization, like you said it. And the reason I'm saying it is my phone, same with my daughter's as well. We still have our Hungarian profile, right? For Android, Google, for her, it's iCloud or whatever that is. And even though we are here in the US, we cannot download certain applications because it looks at
It's
your
hardcore.
region, initial region.
Yeah.
So, but if I change it from the European to the US, my Google profile, for example, then my European apps are going to be broken.
Yeah.
So that's why. So when, and there are other applications obviously that are accessible globally as well. So it's just a point for you when you get there to make sure that it's accessible from all around the world, regardless what kind of profile you have. Because it's a
Great
pain.
point. Excellent points.
Yeah.
Well,
story of our lives, basically.
Yeah, that is true. Anything coming up this week, Jude, that's exciting or?
Not really. Today is my birthday, so that could be exciting.
Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Yeah,
to
happy
you.
birthday. I gave you the happy birthday in advance just in case, but happy birthday again.
Thank you. So we're gonna go and go out with some friends. They are really cool. They are American. It's a young American couple, but they wanted to study Hungarian and learn Hungarian. I don't know how, but at the end of the day, they ended up in Romania helping gypsies in need in a missionary thing. And but Romanians, most of them are speaking Hungarian as well. So from that perspective, it makes sense. And we're gonna meet them for lunch. So that's gonna be that. And then in between, my daughter is gonna go and buy something for me for my birthday. Whatever it is going to be, I have no idea. But then, and for next week, not this week, next week. Just realized it. It's not. I'm just gonna keep on working. That's all there is. Trying to get this immigration thing with the. I reached out to one of the immigration attorneys for a free consultation with the green card topic, and that's what I'm waiting for them to come back.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yep. What about you?
I'm going to try to wrap up a yes or no on this contract thing and move either on from it or forward with it. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. It has its own legs. So we'll see what happens.
Did they give you some ETA?
Not really. It's since I'm going through a third party, not doing it as a 1099 or my own direct engagement. I'm waiting for that third party to work it out.
Sure. Hopefully they're gonna come back to you as well. I'm waiting for a response as well for my interview, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, just got to do what you got to do.
Yep. Absolutely.
Right. Well, cool.
Absolutely.
Well, it's good to catch up and great to see Bosco. Tell me your dog's name again.
Yeah.
Hazy.
Daisy or Hazy?
Hazel. So
Hazy.
Hazy.
Okay. That's what I thought you'd said. I just didn't want to say it wrong.
That's fine. Thank you.
Cool. Anyways, so till we meet next, and I think that hopefully the next meeting, Levy has a new laptop, and everything works out great, and then we get a good solid connection.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.